We got a bigger problem. Why does bad things happen to good people? You've heard that one before. You know, I don't have a bigger problem with that. Is why good things happen to bad people. I got a real problem with that one. But the other one, why does bad things happen to good people? You get the problem that we have there? We say God is good and God is all powerful. If God is all powerful, why do we have all those children with serious cancer in Texas children? That whole floor. Why? If God is all good, why do he go and zap them and heal them if he's good and all powerful? So therefore, if he is good, certainly he'd do that. But if he's not doing that, he must not be all powerful. He just is good without power. Or he's all powerful, he's not good, or certainly he would do that. And we could just line up things in your life and my life, from birth defects all the way through to you and me and to your thorn and my thorn. Why doesn't God do something? He must not be good. He must not be all powerful, right? So we need some answers. And the first answer is, why thorns? Why sickness? Why do we have that? Jehovah Rapha, Jesus Christ is Jehovah. We know that. Why do we still have sickness? 3 reasons. Number 1, sickness sometimes is God's time out in your life and in my life. That's all it is. He just says, you're sick. I want you simply to look up, look in, and look around. It's God's time out. He's teaching us something. Young med student diagnosed with cancer. A believer, he was angry and bitter. Say, why is God doing this? And a friend said, look, if through medical science and through the great physician you are healed of this cancer, you will be twice as effective as a physician as you would have been without having cancer. And he was healed, and I can tell you he is 4 times more effective than he would have been had he not had cancer. See? So sometimes it's God's time out so that we'll look to him, we'll look within ourselves, and we'll look around. God's doing something with us. That's one reason for sickness in the world. Another reason there's sickness in the world is that we live in a fallen world where there is disease and death as a part of the environment. Let me explain that. When Adam and Eve decided to do their own thing and to rebel against God, that lineage, that bloodstream, that original sin is in your DNA and my DNA. And guess what? We've all rebelled, each one of us. All we like sheep have gone astray. We've all turned to our own way, haven't we? So that is this fallen world. God didn't plan on disease and death. But as we were created with free will, right? There's all the possibility if we're to have a relationship with him. Otherwise, we're just robots or puppets. We're not that. So he gave us free will with a risk involved. And with his pre-knowledge involved that we would indeed make poor choices. Therefore, because we live in a fallen world where there is disease and death, the possibility there of sickness is a part of where we are. The third reason we have sickness is a result of sin. Now, not all sickness or ailment or thorns come as a result of sin, but a lot of them are the result of sin. You go to the hospital, you go to a clinic where there are therapists is running, and you ask the person who is there, get a background check. You know, check on their family they were brought up in, maybe their grandparents, check on the life they had lived. Listen, we exploit this temple. You know, I get an hour of sleep at night. I dissipate my life. I violate all the laws of good health. And I just run rampant through this life, live a decadent life. And I wonder why I'm sick. A lot of sickness comes as a result of sin. Make no mistake about it. We need to understand that. So we do have sickness in this world. We do. Some of the time it's God's time out. It's a result that we live in a fallen world where not according to God's plan because of our free will, there's disease and death, and sometimes it's a result of sin.